I don't know about you, but sometimes I need a little escape. Sometimes I need a reminder of simpler times. You know, you've had a bad day and you come home. What are those games that you grab and play that offer that blend of pure nostalgia, familiarity, challenge, and just a callback to a simpler time? Those are what we call comfort games, and that's what we're going to get into today, so let's get into it. Now, of course, everybody has their own comfort games, but today I want to share with you 5 games that are my comfort games. So without further ado, let's get into it. Here's 5 games that bring me comfort when I need it. Listen, I can't tell you anything about Super Mario Bros. 3 that you don't already know. Man, what an event the release of this game was. You know, the movie The Wizard, just all the hype, all the press, all the advertisements that ran on TV. It was a huge event. And Super Mario Bros. 3 did not let down. It's one of the few times when the most hyped game in the world actually came and delivered. I've gotten so many hours of comfort from Super Mario Bros. 3. Playing it through is probably the game that I've beat the most amount of times. And I mean, it just got to where everything was pretty much muscle memory. I had a path mapped out to where it was the quickest way to beat Super Mario Bros. 3 using warps. But then other times, me and my brother-in-law, my nephew, my cousin, we would sit down and we would marathon it and just play every single level. So whatever way you play Super Mario Bros. 3, I would imagine this game is in a lot of people's comfort games list for sure. I play it all the time. I play it every year. It's a game that I go back to often and continue to go back to. So Super Mario Bros. 3, my first game on my 5 comfort games list. Sometimes I need a good challenge to take my mind off of things, and Streets of Rage 2 delivers. This beat 'em up is pure fun. There's something so satisfying about teaming up with a friend or just wailing on some bad guys. Whether it's Axel's uppercut, Blaze's spinning kick, each character has their own unique moves, and that makes this game very replayable. Plus the soundtrack is an absolute banger, and I could go on forever about the soundtrack. It's amazing. This game is a complete and absolute masterpiece, and gave all of us Sega Genesis owners back in the day bragging rights back during the console wars that we had Streets of Rage 2, and in my opinion is the best 16-bit beat 'em up out there. What an awesome game, and a game that I return to often, of course. What an amazing game. So Streets of Rage 2 is my second comfort games on my comfort game list. Let's talk about a more unexpected comfort game. Iron Soldier for the Atari Jaguar. I know what you're thinking. The Atari Jaguar? This might seem like an odd choice, but hear me out. Piloting a giant mech around a completely destructible environment, blasting enemies and blowing them up, and watching all their chunky little parts blow up is surprisingly therapeutic, man. If you had a bad day and you're just, man, you need to release some stress, Iron Soldier is a great way to do that. This is an awesome comfort game, and I go back to it a lot. It's one of the best games on the Atari Jaguar, and really a great game from that generation. And man, I love this game, and it is very therapeutic. There's a lot to do in this game and a lot of fun to be had, and it's a pretty long game too. So Iron Soldier on the Atari Jaguar, yes, absolutely qualifies as a comfort game. No trip down memory lane would be complete without Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time. What an awesome game, man. Awesome in the arcade, and then I think even better when they ported it to the Super Nintendo. I would rather play the Super Nintendo version than the arcade version, and that's I don't say that very often. That's very, very rare. But man, what an awesome game. And you're traveling through time to stop Shredder, and just the memories and the fun and the soundtrack, the non-stop action, and the way that it just throws you right into the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles universe. This absolutely is one of my comfort games, and man, I love this game. What a great game to either play couch co-op or solo, doesn't matter. Awesome game, and really one of those games that is a good reason to own a Super NES. Of course, you can get this game now on the modern platforms, with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collection. But still, there's nothing like playing it on original hardware on a CRT TV. So there you go. There's my fourth game, my fourth comfort game on my list today. And that's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Turtles in Time.
The once mighty army of Azeroth lay among the blackened and charred remains of Stormwind Keep. Those that escaped fled across the Great Sea, bringing tales of the suffering they had faced at the hands of the Orcish hordes.
Well, who remembers building their bases and battling it out in Warcraft II? Maybe either playing the solo campaign, and you could play as either the humans or the orcs. Zug Zug, remember that? And or you could play against a friend. Countless hours spent playing Warcraft II, and it's one of the games that I go back to on my Windows 95 retro computer or my 98 retro computer. I go back to it often. And of course you can play it on your modern computer as well. But Warcraft II is just such an awesome game. I remember spending countless hours building maps and then trading those maps with friends, playing against friends on their maps or my maps. So playing Warcraft II just does truly call back to a simpler time. And the cool thing about playing Warcraft II is when you're playing it, your entire focus and attention span is completely laser focused on the game, because you have to be. You have to multitask, and you have to guide your troops and your peasants, and you got to manage your resources. This was just a complete and absolute masterpiece that did a lot to catapult Blizzard to where they're at today. And unfortunately, I wish they were kind of back. We're kind of back in the Warcraft 2 days. But Warcraft 2, my final game on my list of 5 comfort games. What an awesome, awesome experience. Warcraft 2 on the PC.
Yes, my lord. At your service. Yes. Yes? Yes, my lord.
Well, there you have it. Those are just a few of the games that give me comfort. But what about you? What are your comfort games? What are those go-to games for you? When you need to, when you need a pick-me-up. We'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Please, let us know. Get in the comments and let's have a good discussion about comfort games. And I want to thank you so much for joining us today. Man, thanks for sticking around. I do appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll catch you next time. Have a good one.